Hello guys, I'm the brrrrrr. In this video, I will attempt to beat Dream's Nether only challenge in VR. Just a disclaimer though that a lot of technical stuff went wrong, but I was kinda expecting it because both plugins weren't made with each other in mind really. I have had some problems with Dream's plugin before already, and additionally 1.16 Vivecraft, which is the modern plugin that I'm using to play in VR, is still in experimental state. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the like button and subscribing. It's free and you can change your mind at any moment. YouTube also sometimes unsubscribes you, so make sure you're still subbed if you were before. But without further ado, let's get to the video. You probably know who Dream is. If you don't, he's a Minecraft YouTuber who's grown insanely quickly. He's been uploading for around a year and he just hit 5 million subscribers. Recently, he challenged his fans to beat Minecraft with one of his plugins that allows you to beat the game without ever leaving the Nether. Even the end fight is actually in the Nether dimension. The person who manages the best time from start to finish wins $1,000. Obviously this attempt won't count towards that because it's something very different. I'm just making this video so that I can share this experience with you. And additionally, a lot of stuff broke in this run as well, so it isn't 100% legit anyway. The spawn I got was okay. Personally, I would have preferred the bluish forest biome instead of the red one, because the blue one is safer and easier to navigate through, but this is definitely fine. I started off getting a few pieces of wood and crafting up a pick and an axe. I had to avoid both piglins and hoglins at first, because such encounter would most likely end in a respawn for me. I quickly mined the closest gold ore vein I could find to get at least 36 gold nuggets, as that is the amount needed to make golden boots, which will make the piglins passive instead of aggressive to me, which is obviously almost necessary for the bartering process. I mined a bit more gold and went on searching for more. I was hesitating to confront this hoglin as it was in pretty bad position, but ultimately I decided to go for it and I managed to get some food out of it. I then found some more gold, but there were quite a few piglins near it, so I had to give it up. So you see, these mushrooms are very important because they scare away the hoglins. So in case I get overwhelmed by them, I can just place it down and I'm safe. So I went for this gold with the hoglins above it, and this is where I learned that I can't actually place the mushrooms on any ground. I have to place them on the grass netherrack kind of thing. So before I got attacked by the hoglins, I turned around and went the other way. The other way, however, led through this lava fall. It didn't seem big at all at first glance, but I kept mining and mining, and eventually my pickaxe broke, and I still didn't reach the end. I decided to bridge over it instead, and then I realized just how gigantic it actually was. I actually ran out of blocks trying to cross it. I then proceeded to mine some gold and...
Oh no. No. Oh, there are two. Run. I want F5 mode. Go away. No. Oh my god, half heart!
Yeah, this was way too close. Thankfully there were some mushrooms, so I made myself some soup to heal up. I then did some bartering and got mostly trash. But I got what I wanted with the last ingot. I still needed more of them though. Turns out there was a bastion nearby, so I started heading that direction, obviously getting more gold along the way. I then spent way too much time trying to deal with the very stubborn hoglin. Seriously though, this dude was just having none of it. He was just waiting for me to give up my high ground and attack. And instead I wasted all of my blocks, again just to get attacked by a ghast a moment later.
No. Oh, I hit this. Come on. Come at me. Please tell me it's not lag. Please tell me it's not lag. Oh no. Okay, I don't think it's lag.
It just disappeared after a few seconds though, so that was good. To get to the bastion, I actually had to go through a small part of a lava ocean, which was pretty inconvenient. But there was a lot of good loot inside the bastion for sure. After getting some blocks, I started bridging across the gap, and I've got to admit it's very cool experience in VR. Of course though, I ran out of blocks just short of the island I was headed to, and on the land I came from, an entire group of hoglins spawned. The mushroom turned out to be very handy in this situation. I just got enough blocks to get to the other side. Oh, and I also destroyed part of the path behind me just in case. I then absolutely demolished the small island to get enough blocks to get to the bastion itself, jarred by the hoglins from the other side of the lava all the time. And I almost fell into the hot liquid below me as well. As I approached the bastion, I started getting a little bit worried though. There was an alarming amount of hoglins inside. Now, the thing is, the piglins should be attacking the hoglins, but for whatever reason, something glitched and they just became best friends suddenly. I carefully maneuver around the enemies and mine into a big chunk of blackstone to get some tools, upgrades, a furnace, etc. While mining more blackstone, I find myself a really nice and unexpected surprise. I couldn't mine it though, because that would make every single living thing in the vicinity my greatest enemy, and that would not have ended well, let me tell you. I started exploring the blackstone part of the bastion slowly, but I didn't find anything particularly interesting there. I then slowly moved into the brick part, and the operation, steal the chest without getting killed by the tens of mobs around, has begun. There was a hoglin too close for comfort, and it was pulling the same thing on me as the previous one, so it took some time to do something with that guy. I then encased myself with the chest in a small box, which was a little bit of a problem, because current test version of 1.16 Vivecraft has a bug that makes blocks obscure your UI. But I somehow managed to look inside the chest. Doing this took a lot of effort, and the loot from the chest was absolutely trash. I wouldn't mind the netherite scrap normally, but it was absolutely useless in this situation. In my disappointment, I destroyed the chest, and it was a huge mistake. I definitely needed to take a small break at this point, simply because I felt a bit tired. So I logged off the server for a couple minutes, and then this weird bug happened. All the mobs from the bastion were gone. Some of the hoglins were killed and dropped food, but they may as well have been killed by piglins earlier. I was really confused, but I took the chance to loot all of the stuff in there, and I escaped the bastion with loads of good stuff. I then started running across souls and valleys with my new soul speed boots, and I traded all the gold to a piglin and got no pearls from that. Really unlucky. I then started searching for more gold as well as another fortress, and soon I got attacked by two ghasts at once. I managed to escape, thankfully though. I then decided to pause the recording until I find the fortress, because that could take a considerable amount of time, and I am running a bit low on hard drive space, so yeah. And boy did it take long. I'm not sure exactly how long, because unfortunately I had some problems with the server in the meantime, and the clock got totally screwed up. Along the way I did some piglin bartering, and I actually had all the pearls that I needed by now. I did eventually find the fortress though, and the blaze spawner was close by as well. I managed my inventory bit, shot the wither skeleton that was near the spawner, and drank a fire rest potion that I got from the piglins. I went to the spawner and started killing blazes to get blaze rods. What I didn't realize at first, the single wither skeleton that I killed with the bow before actually dropped the wither skull. I was so surprised.
Here we go. I got a wither skeleton, it's cool!
I got the rest of the blaze rods without a bigger issue and escaped the fortress. Then I threw an ender eye and started going in the direction it went. After a very short while, I thought I already found it, but unfortunately it was just some random bastion. The actual stronghold was quite a bit further, so it took a while. I paused the recording until I found it, just as with the nether fortress. As I was entering the stronghold, two ghasts attacked me, so I quickly went deeper inside. It didn't take long to find the portal room, thankfully. Since I didn't care at all if you think this run is legit or not, and I was just playing rather for interesting experience and to share it with you, I decided to set my spawn point in front of the portal just in case. It turned out to be completely obsolete, however, because unfortunately my end dimension was glitched. The nether dragon simply didn't spawn in and all the towers were dead. I can tell you though, I would not be able to win the fight for sure if the dragon did spawn. The place was absolutely full of hoglins. There were just so many, it was incredible. I totally understand if you want to see what the nether dragon fight in VR looks like. If you want to see me attempt it, just let me know down in the comments or Twitter on my Discord server. I will gladly record it and upload it. Since the portal wasn't working, I had to fix it manually. I then found a nice spot and sat down for a bit. You might want to check out my series where I'm flying to the world border in hardcore mode. I am currently 1 million blocks from spawn already, but it's just the beginning. There's a link in the top right corner of your screen. I really hope you enjoyed. Remember to click the like button and subscribe for more. I was brrrrrr and I hope to see you in another one. Bye!